Back to John's car. This is a 72 Datsun 510. For a long time we were waiting for the drive shaft, and it's finally in the car. We also replaced bushings in the rear cross member because the old ones were 50 years old. So now the car is a lot more stable and stiff, and it's ready to spin the wheel. So let's make some dyno pulls. So again, just to do a recap, this is a stock S15 SR20 with the same GT28R turbo, so we should see close to 300 horsepower. So let's make some pulls. Before we put it on the dyno, I forgot to mention this whole setup. So we came up with a kit that's actually pretty quick to install. So it's the mount for the AM CD7 or CD5, although in my opinion the CD5 fits better because the CD7 is a lot taller, so it might fall out of proportion. So I recommend the CD5 for the 510. But the point is that we made a kit, so you use the OEM what do you call this piece, the OEM piece. You can use it and trim it, or we can do it for you if you want. So we can adapt these two pieces that are printed on the OEM dash piece. It fits really nice, and you can add these two LED side markers, and you get all the information you want in here. So he has even a lap timer, his boost, his watt and temp. You can add more stuff. He has oil pressure, the RPM, GPS speed, and then you can go to a different page and look at more stuff like your throttle, for example, injector duty cycle, oil pressure, temperatures, ethanol content. Right now it has 70% ethanol. Then you go to another page and you see more stuff too, or the same stuff. You have a check engine light in case the car has an issue. It'll tell them on the bottom what the issue is. So it's pretty cool to have this if you have a highly modified 510. This is for you. It's easy to install, or again, we could install it for you if you want. All right, so let's make some pulls now. Alright, so these are the final numbers. The red line is 91 octane, and 91 at 17 pounds of boost, dropping to about 14. It made 258 wheel horsepower and 247 torque. Ignore these. This is just a false reading from the dyno. Can spike like that, never. So yeah, the torque is 247 and the HP it's 258. And for E85 at the same boost levels, just more ignition timing and better AFR because of the octane of the fuel, it picked up some power and it made 286 wheel horsepower and 277 torque. So almost 300 horsepower, just shy of 300. So we maxed out the torque turbo. Let's take it for a spin. Let's see how it feels.
Nice and solid.
It feels like a go-kart.
Wow. Aggressive brakes.
Look at that track.
Yep. Beauty. Video 510.
Fast, huh?
Yeah. Gear does gears going forward. Very responsive gear.
That's why I like small turbos, because they're so much fun. You don't make a ton of power, but you have a lot of fun.
Yes, sir.
The steering is hard.
Yep.
No power steering, so and it doesn't rub when you turn. Look.
Nice. You got all that clearance. Slight fender rolling, but did the job.
It works.
Mm-hmm. Whoa.
It's gonna be a go-kart.
Definitely puts you on your seat.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, aggressive little machine.